Hi there, everybody. My name is Sidran. I am back from the dead. No, not back from the dead. I am back from being ill. Well, not quite back. I am still ill, but I am back to streaming. That is what I wanted to say. Quite spontaneous. I know I didn't say I would come back. Yeah, that has to do with, like, the circumstance of what happened today at my appointment. It was kind of... It was chaos. What else would it be with me? It was chaos. I hope everybody else is having a better day than me, though. Yeah, I was about to have my appointment today. Let's just say it kind of didn't happen and it kind of happened. Well, my doc is sick. Yeah, the doctor is sick. So I came in and I was like, okay, I'm here for my appointment. They're like, the doctor's not in, the doctor's sick, they got COVID. And I'm like, great, what the heck am I doing there? I still got my blood test, but that was about it. So I am here waiting for the results of my blood test, which will be probably there, like, I guess on Thursdays. But I cannot do anything about that until, like, the doc is back alive, which is probably in 1 or 2 weeks at the maximum. Hey there, Keyslops. How you doing? Bruh. Yeah. I always get the bad end of the stick. I don't know why that always happens to me. Like I'm showing up, I got the feeling like the doc doesn't want to see me. They like pretend they're sick. They are seeing me come down the street and they're like, no, not that maniac again. And then they're like hanging out. No, I'm not here. I'm not available. Send her away. I hope you're doing fine. I hope you're having a nice day. Not as chaotic as mine so far. Well, also I'm waiting on some news that are not coming, and I tried to get like the new Kirby game that is out, but nowhere to be seen in my tiny town. So I was like wandering around all day, just in search, and in the end I was just sad and had nothing. But I bought myself some ice cream, so that was good. They just want to chill and watch you stream. Well, they should help me get better fast if they want to see my stream, right? Also, it would be pretty awkward if they were watching. Can we just like, nope, I don't want them to be watching the stream. That would be like, no. I don't wanna, like, get me out of here. I'm not into that, no. That would be too personal. I mean, can you imagine? Like, you come into the doctor and they're like, wow, you failed really badly yesterday. Why do they have to die so often? I'm getting patties. That makes me happy. Do I deserve some pats? I hope I do. Yeah, that would be pretty awkward. Just imagine that. I think I'm quite happy that they're not watching. I think that is one of the main reasons that I picked to stream in English. I mean, for once, that more people can maybe understand what I'm saying if I'm not, like, totally speaking strange. But also that people will not find me out and say like, hey, don't you stream like on Twitch? And I'm like, just standing there defeated because I wouldn't know what to say. I think this way nobody can find me out. Are you German? Yes. Me German. And I think when they would find that out, I just wouldn't know what to do anymore. I would be like totally... I think I would be totally embarrassed. I don't know why. It's one of the reasons why I'm not like I'm not like having a face cam or anything. I wanna hide my face. I'm hiding behind this and nobody can see me. I feel better that way. I'm just too shy. Your butt tells you that. You have a magic butt then. How the heck can your butt tell that? Did you read it in my info? Is that in my info box? Actually, I don't quite know. Let me see. I actually don't even know what I have in my... Maybe I should have a look at my info box and like put other stuff up there because I don't even know what my info box is about. Yeah, I have that in my info box. Okay. Wait. Is my info box your butt or is your butt my info box? And I didn't like the implication. You didn't read the info. Is the accent like so bad? Because most people tell me I have like a weird accent that you can't really make out what it is. So, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I for myself have a hard time seeing where somebody is from the accent alone. I'm just not good at that. Also, I barely passed like geography in school, so better not ask me about locations, okay? First you thought I was American. And what gave it away that I was not? What gave it away that I was German? I want to know the detail. Is this something typically German? Something, I don't know. I would know. Is there? Maybe the fact that I have no sense of humor. Ha ha. No, I don't know. Also, that was meant as a joke, not that anybody gets offended here. I wouldn't want that. You're thinking everybody from like a different European country wouldn't want to try to speak English? I mean, I could have been from, I don't know, France or Italy maybe. Or is it just the time? Like, I don't know. Germans usually stream a lot of time. Or was it just a lucky guess? Come on, confirm. Was it a lucky guess? Would you have guessed the next country after German? Like, German, okay, no. Then we're going with the next one. I don't know. Is it the most common country where people are from when they saying that? A lucky guess. I always see a German VTuber. Are there a lot? I don't actually know. Most people I get in contact with, when I ask them where they're from, they say they're from America, and then I'm always like, dang, time zones, I hate this. Collab's gonna be a nightmare, so we're probably never gonna be playing together. I hate this. But I think it would also be hard for me to call up with people from Germany as well, because most people tend to stream at like an evening time schedule. And I am like streaming in the afternoon because that's the only time where I have time. It's a sad curse, I know. But I cannot change my time schedule. I'm lucky that I can have these 2 afternoons where I have time. Wonder how other people do it. They probably just have different day schedules. I mean, there are people having different work shifts, right? A lot of German VTubers. Well, shocking that Germans has a good accent in speaking English. Do they tend to? I couldn't tell because I don't know. I think they speak pretty decent, yes. But I also know a lot of other people that speak pretty decent, so... But I don't have the numbers, and I don't know that many people, to be honest. I'm not a people person. I don't pay attention to that so much. As long as I understand the person, it's good enough for me. Doesn't really matter. And I think it kind of accent also is kind of cute, so... And you can recognize a person by it. So sometimes I'm not paying attention, but I'm liking it anyways. If that makes any sense. But I didn't know there were so many German VTubers. You mean like German VTubers in like, that they are also streaming in German? Or just German VTubers streaming in English? I don't know. I think I know 2 or 3, maybe, of either category, so I can't really tell which one would be more common. So, trying to learn how to speak German, but it sounds like shit. And German is not the easiest language to learn, so I heard. So I am lucky that I was able to pick it up so early. I am cheating. I am the biggest cheater. Because, English, I think it's pretty... Well, not easy. Nothing is easy, per se, but it's pretty convenient to learn. Not only because it doesn't have, like, the biggest hurdles in the language, but also I think because there's such big, vast amounts of media that you can consume to, like, better yourself. Because there's a lot of stuff in English, so you get a lot of practice out of it. Like, German has longer words than English. Oh, you don't know how long they can get. Because in German, it could be that they are putting, like, words together to form a new word that is even longer. And sometimes that can take a whole new dimension that you don't want to know about. I think there are other languages that have that, though, too. I think... Oh, don't ask me which ones, though. Like where you're combining words to make a longer word. They're not as common in, like, everyday life, though, so... It's just, like, a funny thing that you can do, but nobody actually really does that, use that much. But they are words generally longer? Oh, well, maybe some, like, special descriptions. When you have, like, a special object and it has a special descriptive name, and that is longer. But, like, the usual verb and stuff, I think they are maybe, like, the same? Aren't they? Are they? Okay. I don't know. I actually do not know. I think there are long and short words in, like, every language, right? Now you're making me unsure. I have to think of examples in my head. But I think that the hardest part about, like, German in general that I get from a lot of people that learn it and that, like, asking how well is my German at this point? Can you please rate it? The hardest thing about that is, like, the genders of certain words that you use in sentences. Because there is, like, no certain rules on what gender that object might have, so you just have to learn the gender of the word and know it. And that's a lot of information to keep for somebody that is learning a language at a late point. And I think that's making it hard. Thank you very much for the follow, Ixo Sticky. Much appreciated. I also see a lot of German VTuber LGBT. You mean with the tag? I never used the tags before. I don't know when you put that up. Do you put that up if you're, like, friendly? Or do you put that up if you're, like, yourself falling into that? I never really wanted to misuse tags. So I'm very careful about which tags I put up. I think somebody might get offended if they, like, if you use that term and you're maybe, like, not from the spectrum or something. Because I am a very boring straight person. And I don't want to offend anybody. Thank you so much for the follow as well, Trappy Secret. It means all is accepted. Can you... But then by that definition, like, every decent person should have the tag up. And what's the meaning of the tag then? Or I thought maybe if you're discussing the topic, maybe you're putting that up. You mean like, yeah, like if you're having like a, I don't know, information or like discussion about it, that maybe then you're losing the tag. I mean, otherwise it's kind of losing its meaning, right? I mean, if you're just accepting about everybody, you should just have like a little mark on your channel, like approved for decency. Well, in my book. But so many people are misusing tags anyway, so I don't know. People are feeding the owlie. Don't give owlie so much treats. Keep your points for useful stuff, please. You can get so much nicer stuff. Also, speaking of the channel points, I forgot again to put in some stuff. Ah, thank you very much for the hydrate. Yeah, I should probably stop babbling so much and drink something. I think that would actually be a nice idea, right? See, now I'm sick. My throat is still a little bit on the sore side. The bacteria have taken its toll, but the antibiotics did their best, so... I'm not having any fevers, and I think everything else is about okay. Maybe a little bit swollen, but we're good. But still, should be careful. Our topics are changing so much today. We got from country to language to tax like pretty quickly. That's good, because to be honest, I had no plan for today. It was kind of like a on-point decision if I stream today or not, because I wanted to ask the doctor if I should or not. If I'm finally allowed to go and crawl out of my bed. But since they were not here, they couldn't say no, so, well, here I am. They didn't say no, so I just do it. I don't know, is that the right thing to do? I don't know, but nobody told me off, so I am here. Maybe we'll find something to play later on. Nothing too hard racing. Well, maybe we'll watch something. I don't know yet. Something. Something to keep me occupied through all of this. Yeah, as I said, I was trying to buy a game, but it didn't really work out the way I wanted. Also, sadly not for stream, because I still don't have a capture card, so I can't play anything on my Switch and record it. So... I wanted to buy the new Kirby game. You know, the one where Kirby kind of swallows everything. Kirby in the Forgotten Land, I think it was called. But I had it nowhere. So I have to order it up. But that's the usual. Like, in my small town, nothing is ever available. It's a shame. And not only game-wise, but also food-wise and everything else. The Kirby! Yes. Kirby just can't get its mouth full enough. That Kirby game, yes. I wanted to have it try. And as much as I appreciate, like... You know, like Steam games and everything where you just have to purchase, like, the key of something... I am not the biggest fan of purchasing a download code when it comes to something like console or mostly Switch or DS games, cause I just love to take the copy out and play it on another device. You know, like if you have a Switch, you have, for example, Switch Lite, you want to maybe play it on the other one. Can also put some gacha? You can? Okay, I did not look that much into it. I thought, Kirby, what kind of gacha? Is it for like cosmetics? Or is it for like game weapons? Or like transformation upgrades? Because I read that you can like upgrade your like transformations that you do when you know, absorb enemies. Also, how much gacha? How much that gonna cost? I have no money for this. Everything I have already went away for the antibiotics. It's sad. We'll only give you toys for the collect. Wait, they are selling toys for a collection with a gacha? No, I didn't play a Minish Camp. Wait, so that does nothing except fill up like a collection board or a list. Will not help in the game and not have a cosmetic value, but you're paying money? Or you only mean gacha and like you're gachaing your in-game currency on like boxes where you can get stuff? Or like a really real money gacha? Because, I don't know. If it's real money gacha for just collection stuff, it's sounding kind of dumb. Will not make you pay real money. Saved. Okay. You got me nervous there. I'm like, what the heck? What happened to that? I would totally have accepted that as the truth. I mean, you never know. Nowadays... what crazy ideas people get. I mean, I was never a big fan of like the amiibo card stuff that we're having. Anyways, I was okay as long as it's like a reference stuff. That you make out just some costumes or extra figurines, but if it's getting like needed, I am not a big fan. 11 old games more than the recent? I'm kind of on the fence because I like innovative stuff. I love new graphics and how easy it sometimes is. Like, for example, the Switch is really nice, so you can play it on your big monitor. You can play it in handheld. It's really nice and everything. And sometimes games have like camera features or they're using the microphone. But somehow like the spirit of the old times is also gone a bit, so that's a bit sad. Some I don't know, values that were like the norm before are simply poof, gone. I mean, I noticed that like when I was playing like King's Quest series through again over the last month, I think that was, and I was like noticing like I really miss a like good old school adventure game. Why are they not doing these anymore? It really is a shame. I mean, they do adventure games, but most of the time they turn into like more decision-making walking simulator games. I like these as well, don't get me wrong, but I just miss a good old point and clicky. I have to combine 5,000 items and don't know what I have to combine with what game. The big old game companies also destroying their companies. Sometimes I think the problem with this one is that the ones that charge, not only of the development, but of the companies themselves, are mostly people that don't want to play on their own. They want to make money. They don't want to play their stuff. And when you have somebody that has no passion for what he does, do stuff, things are tending to get a little out of order, so to speak. It's problematic, but I think there can be nothing done about it, because, well, somebody has to have the money to make the stuff. You can't just want to make stuff. That also doesn't work. And some things just spiral out of control. Too much greed. Yeah, sometimes I ask myself, if I make, like, let's say, I don't know numbers, but let's say the company makes like 20 million a year. Why does it have to be like 50 next year? Why can't they not be happy with continuing to make 20 a year? I mean, why so much greed? You already have enough money to never starve again. And to buy like 15 cars a year or something. So, why? I got the feeling it's more like a leaderboard, like, look, I am the one with the biggest wallet and I want to be even higher up. It is sad. And I don't know. No, definitely not because we spoke about this topic. But in my head, I just noticed that today is the day where the new World of Warcraft expansion is going to be announced, right? Totally not having to do that. We just talked about greed. No, totally by accident. I remembered this fact. I have no conclusions on that part. It's so sad. I love to play that. But some time ago, it just stopped being fun. That just... let's see how that works. How well that works now that they have been acquired. Maybe now it's better. We'll have to see. We'll just have to pay attention and see. But I simply have no hope. If I'm not hoping for anything, I can only get positive news. Or, well, be right about what I said. Can only be surprised in a positive way. Remember the days when I was a kid and I always get excited playing Blizzard games. But now I can't play it because the CEO freaking destroyed it. Yeah. To bigger his check like every time, right? As I said, I'm still probably gonna look at the announcement tonight just because I'm curious. I just can't be helped. I'm a curious person. But probably more to laugh at it. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say anything. Maybe it's getting good. I don't think so. But maybe it will be. But still, it's like when you had a friend and you were like the best of buds at some point, and then they changed. You still want to be friends, and maybe look like what they're doing, how they are doing, ask maybe from time to time, hey, how's your day going? But it's never gonna be the same as before, but you still wish in your heart it would at some point be better and you can be friends again. That's kind of how I feel when I talk about World of Warcraft. Hey, I want to be friends again, but please change again for the better, okay? And we will see. And, well, not much else has been coming from, like, Blizzard games that I'm really excited for. I mean, when they announced, like, Overwatch 2, I was like, yay, that could be something. I heard, like, Overwatch, but with lots of PvE, and... well, maybe more story missions done, and skill tree, and maybe more progression. But I think my hopes are all but crushed. I see nothing but, well, reworked PvP coming out of that. Nothing what I hoped for. Sad. Sad but true. Well, and for Diablo, I have not been the biggest fan of like the latest Diablo, so I'm not thinking like that the next one is gonna catch me. So I just think like Diablo-like games, like from top down, I'm kind of a little bit out of time. I am not into that anymore so much. There's no Overwatch 2 because it was a dumb game. Did they say that they're not gonna do it? The only thing I read is that they're basically now making Overwatch 2, but it's basically just like a retexturing of Overwatch 1 with a little bit of extra shade on top, with a little bit of changed game balance. And to be honest, that's not Overwatch 2, that is Overwatch next patch maybe or something for me. It's not worth an extra price. Because you have to buy the whole game again. Well, the streamer is playing Overwatch than Overwatch 2. Well, the problem with that is, on the sad side again, is that they are gonna probably add, like, more heroes. But only in Overwatch 2 then, and so they will force people out of the first game. That is what I think how this is gonna be going. They say they want to support it, but not, like, with new additions. That's what's gonna be happening. At least that's what I think is gonna happen. You can prove me wrong, but there's a reason everybody, like, hopped off of the ship on time. Nobody wanted to be associated with that anymore. At least in my book. It's not a good sign. Don't know if the CEO keeps supporting the Blizzard. Well, they have been sold, right? And I think Microsoft kind of said they were wanting to continue the stuff. But I don't know. I only believe it when I see it. Words are one thing, actions are another. Also, it's gonna be hard to salvage from what is left. It's not easy even if you wanted to do it and you have the money. I certainly wouldn't want that job if somebody told me, here's a bunch of money. And here, game, please fix. I wouldn't want that position. Because, to be honest, I wouldn't know myself on how to do it, actually. It's just such a mess, everything. And it's an unthankful job. You're probably gonna be the one roasted for every time you mistake that there is still afterwards. But nobody would thank you. Does that make any sense? Maybe I'm too much of a coward. Maybe that needs somebody with a lot of power and confidence. And that's not me. Somehow the music's changing so much today. That's because I picked the all list, so we got a total mix of my stream music. You need to cook. What are you cooking? I want to know. I'm not at all curious. I love cooking. I want to know what you're making. Other than that, I hope it turns out great. Oh, tonkatsu. Okay, I see. Well, you have a little bit to do there, right? I see. Thank you for the lyric, though. I should probably think about what I'm doing now. It's easy? Well, you would think it's easy. It's always turning out horrible for me. Maybe it's just like the tools I'm using, because I have like a super old and very, very non-alive frying pan. But most of the time when I like trying to do this, all of like the crumbs on the outside, they're just like pouring off while I'm frying it. I don't know. I think my pan is like absolute crap. And I swear I'm putting in enough oil. Just the pan it's not working. I don't know. I say it's probably pan. I use a non-stick. I got these pans gifted. I have no idea what they are. I have 2 sets of pans. A very old one that is like black in the inside. And the black stuff is kind of like going loose. So I'm guessing it's like this I don't know, a mantle or something. And I have like white ceramic pans. And none of them work. The heat is too low. I tried different heats. I gave up. I gave up. But I think if I'm getting my own kitchen, I'm gonna get myself some nice, high-quality pans, and then I hope this is gonna be fixed. Well, at least the girl can dream. Dream on. Probably I'm gonna buy myself an expensive pan, and it's going just the same way. I'm already seeing it. Sad, but true. But it's not so bad. I mean, they look awful afterwards. They look absolutely horrible. But it's still tasty. Use ceramic, put it to low heat, because ceramic can absorb the heat easily. Thanks for the tip. I'll try that next time. You think? I think I tried about every single option that I have, like, on the oven. We have, like, between levels of 1 and 9. And I tried every single one, and it's not working. And I think it's ceramic, because it's white. I have no idea what these are made of. If it's helping, I use an induction stove. Maybe that is the problem. I know a lot of people using like gas, or maybe like, you know, old traditional just normal heat. Maybe that is the problem. Maybe the induction panel is like not really good. Because the induction panel also has a problem heating up water. It takes a whole while until water gets like warm. A whole, I think, 10 to 15 minutes it can take with a big pot full of water. But maybe that's normal and it's just me. Yeah, we're really due for a kitchen renewal. Maybe the induction stove is sick. It is always showing like errors when there are like too many pans and stuff on it. And I think it's broken. I don't know. Who am I to judge? I think it's due to a repair or more like a replacement. But we not have the money currently, so we'll have to wait and see. I get food inside my mouth, it's enough. It's good enough. It will have to do. Doesn't have to look like pro skills. If it's edible, it's good. The induction stove still can't be fixed. You think? I wonder if the repair would cost more than it actually costs to replace it. Fix electronics just for my hobby. Ooh, that would be too dangerous for me. I have no idea about electronics. I will leave that to a pro. I have no idea how to use most tools anyway. I'm like a total noob in like household fixing. Doesn't matter if it's water stuff, electric stuff, or like wooden stuff. Put a nail somewhere. I am incapable of household fixing or creating something from new. I stink. Me not good. You let the repairman fix it, it will cost more than doing it independently. I have something better than the repairman. I buy a new one. I think it was a very cheap induction stove, and I think that might have been the problem. Also, I think it's already over 10 years old, so maybe that is also a problem. Maybe it's just too old. Maybe its time is over. I know a lot of people that can repair it for me. But me, myself, I wouldn't. I have more capable hands. I can do the repairing. Oh, more construction work on my outside. I love that. Good thing that the microphone is, like, filtering everything out. So you don't have to be worried about that. Hey there, Fianduro! How's your day going? Don't be weirded out. We're just talking about my broken home. And it's still livable, okay? It's just... It's a little bit broken down. But it's okay. It's raining, so it's a very calm day. It's not raining here where I am, but it's very cloudy, so it could rain at any point. Maybe it should, that a construction work might stop, because they hate it when it rains, they stop. But then it takes longer to complete. Now I don't know if it should rain or not. But I love rain, so for me that would be a perfect day. Calm day with rain. Absolutely fantastic. Don't know if you're liking the rain so much. No Christmas today, Easter's over, so not much to do. There's much to do. Much relaxing to do. Did you have a nice Easter? My Easter was kinda... a little strange and bad with fever. I don't know if I liked it so much. But I had some chocolate, and that cheered me up. Was better than nothing, even though I'm not quite sure how to continue now. My antibiotics are empty. Still have my painkillers here, but my doctor is sick, so... when I went in today, I could not talk to them. So... I'll stay here on self-medication. I think I'm already pretty good now. Just a tiny bit... just a tiny bit down. No, still. We can do. At least you have the painkiller. Yeah, but they are expensive, so I don't want to take too many. Also, I got like... instead of like pills, they gave me like those drops to drink as painkillers because my throat was so swollen that I could not actually take the pills. And they have like different medicine in them than the pills do for painkilling. I got ditzy from that painkiller. I was just total knockout, like a total trip. I didn't know what was happening anymore. I was just laying there like, where am I? What's happening? I think I didn't stomach these too nicely. Pretty stressful, lots of work in the restaurant, but better than Corona lockdowns. Well, that's the hard part about restaurant work, right? You're never having a nice day off when everybody else does. But you get in the smile on everybody's faces because they're getting something nice to eat. That's a positive. But I know that's that's like a little reward. Yeah, speaking of Rona lockdown. That's exactly what my doctor has. I said that my doctor was ill, and the doctor actually has a COVID case, so... Yay! So happy. Because that... Seeing that I was, like, at the doctor 2 times last week... Does that mean that I could have it too? I am so, like, nervous about that. I mean, I just gotten better. And my days off when everyone else has to work. Then you can stand there like, ha! Now it's my time. Yeah, that indeed. And it's not like the first time. I think this is like the 3rd time in 2 months that they've been closed because doctor's sick and something with COVID case. So this time they actually mentioned it's the doctor. Last time I think it might have been one of the helpers having it, but don't know. Don't ask me. That's just happening way too often and I do not like it. Especially since I have to go in there every time. Can they not be careful? If they get sick, I get sick. They're probably doing their best to just... I don't know. It's probably just people again, you know? They're not taking care of them. They get to the doctors like, oh, test me. When I got to the doctor for being sick, like now with my like bacteria infection, I tested beforehand to make sure I would not have that before I went in. That's how you probably do it. But most people just like don't care. They just storm in, mostly with the mask off and like, hey, I'm sick, test me, please. And then, it's already too late. And that's how things like that happen. Well, I still had a chance to put my blood in today, so... They're gonna send that off to the lab and we're gonna get results by probably next week, so... That is a positive. They were able to do that without the dog. And I'm pretty sure if there's something really bad still about the blood values like last time, they'll contact me early and kind of send me off to a replacement dog or something. Pretty sure. Yeah, at least. At the very least, they managed something. But actually, they could have called me earlier. Like, I had an appointment at like 9, I think. And they were open for a whole hour then, and nobody really mentioned to call me like that the dog has not been in. You could have at least mentioned that before I came in. But I'm pretty sure they had like tons of patients they had to kind of announce to that they would not be able to help them today, so... Maybe I was just like last on the list. Well, I was just too early there. Because I like to be on time, so I think I went in 10 minutes earlier. I like to be on time, but sometimes it's a curse. I don't know. Are you more like on time, or are you always too late? Because I had like a discussion with somebody last about should you be 10 minutes early, right on time, or 10 minutes later? What's like good manners? Hey there, Caffle. Yeah, it's super annoying. Everything is kind of getting annoying. You're 5 minutes early person. I mean, if I could, I always would make like 5 minutes, but sometimes I can't really properly see. The reason I was 10 minutes early is probably because we're having like a very big construction site in the middle of town. And there's like a really big traffic there. And sometimes you get through just fine, and sometimes you're standing there like 10 minutes until they let in the other side drive through. 10 minutes early if I didn't get distracted and leave home too late. Cannot happen to me. I usually put a timer up on my phone and on my PC when it's on at the same time, and they both ring my ears out. So I'll never forget that I'm gonna have to leave. In fact, I have multiple set on, like, do get ready, put your clothes on. Do pack your bag with whatever you need to take, whatever it is you have to go to, and then another one, move your ass down. You have to leave. That's my alarms all going off one after the other. Can never happen that I forget. Or it shouldn't. The only thing that can happen is like the other things happen. Like car not working. I don't know, road blocked. Since we're having like this construction outside since forever, and sometimes you can't drive through. It's a little bit of an inconvenience if you want to get someplace. And you're gonna have to check first if you're even allowed to leave. Can I please leave my own home? Thank you. Today, for example, that was kind of a bit of a problem. I mean, you can not really drive over a big hole or something. It's a bit hard. Or they're gonna have to put planks down you so you can go over. Something of that. Make sense? Makes sense. Ow. I still haven't thought of what I'm gonna do today. Time for flying cars, it is. That would be very convenient, but also imagine all the people having accidents in the air and then like somebody crashing and then the cars landing on top of your head, crushing you. I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. All the pieces raining down, killing people. I think people should try to drive cars without do big accidents anymore on the ground, and if we're at that stage, then they can try to fly. They have to be autopilot ones, otherwise it would be chaos. Yeah, and people are having a big problem with autopilot cars on the ground already. I don't know why. I think those are amazing. But people tend to dislike them. Don't ask me why. At least where I'm living. Like, everybody giving you a glance like, ugh, I don't like them. Would never have one like that, and I don't want them on the street. I don't know. I don't know what they would be missing. I once rode my bike 50 minutes to my psychiatrist to find out she was sick, and they didn't tell me. That was really the only time that happened to me, when it was really annoying. Like riding your personal train. Yeah, kind of like that. But the people told me, like, if they would have a car like that, they couldn't like drive with full speed on like the highway or something, and they really want that because they love driving. And if I hear that, I'm like, the heck, those are the people I hate. That's why accidents happen. Those are the people. And yeah, that with like the notice was kind of what happened to me today. I was not told about anything. And well, then I came up to the door and there was like this little paper note like, by the way, the dog has COVID. Not coming. And then I went in and they're like, hey, we can take the blood, but that's everything we can do today. And I think they were kind of annoyed that I still came in. But I'm not coming all this way only to be disappointed and gone. Autopilot cars are already 100 times better than any human driver, but people don't want to admit it. Humans are at least competent people to drive machines, period. Yeah, and I don't get why so many people don't want to have, like, autopilot cars. At least the workout wasn't wasted. Who wants workout? You know, the thing is, we have already one, no, or is it two? One or two autopilot cars like in the middle of our city. And people have been reacting so negatively towards these, even though they have not been in a single accident. And they drive very good and carefully. But people don't want to admit that they are the problem. Wrong, it was the camel. What did you quote? Oh, I saw what you... Yeah, that's the thing. I think people are on too high a horse, thinking that they need to have control over everything. Humans just got distracted or drive drunk. Machines won't do that. Yeah, or they wanna have like a time saved. I see it so many times when cars kind of pull over to like get past somebody, even though they wouldn't need to, because they're already driving at max speed, but they're like 5 minutes late for whatever appointment. They're like, hurry, I need to be faster, don't care. Well, that's how accidents happen. If everybody would just be driving according to the rules, then I don't think we would have any accidents. But most people just don't care anymore. Or at the backside of like a little road on the hill that we're having, not many people drive there, but there's still people driving there. And I can tell you almost 99% of the people that do are like driving this road like if it was a one-way street. They drive in the middle because they don't care about the curve coming up there. There's like a big curve and they just drive in the middle. They just cut it. And the problem is, if it happens that there is two people driving there, one on the one and one on the other side, kabam. That's where a lot of accidents happen, because people just can't use the road properly. Because they think like, hey, I'm saving 2 seconds. That's gonna be up for... that's gonna be up. That's gonna be important 2 seconds. Also, speeding doesn't save much time unless you speed to the extreme. That's very unsafe. Yeah, most of the time the people that speed and get past you, like 5 minutes later, you're at the very point where they are again, because they're hanging behind the next thing. Or behind the next, like, limit, where they have to slow down anyway. Or they have to get out. You're, like, driving at a steady pace. Like zoom. And they're like, zoom, zoom, zoom. But they're still there at the same time as you. It's just very unhealthy for the car. And it's using up, more fuel. But it's not helping anybody. It's sad. Just sad. Also taxing on the fuel, especially with those prices now. Yeah, the prices. Don't get me started on that. I'm so glad that I have like a hybrid car, so I'm not taking up that much fuel. But we're still gonna have to get fuel, and I have like all my doctor's appointments right the week when all the fuel prices went up like crazy, and I'm like, dang it, we're empty, we're gonna have to get fuel. Oh, my money. People here in my country drive through sidewalks and also park with the no parking sign. Yeah, people just, they read something, they're like, I don't care, this cannot stop me. There's so many people doing stuff the wrong way, and Sometimes I'm asking myself, why? Because it's not so hard. Anarchy. The state of chaos hereby declared. I mean, sometimes I get it when there's like no parking space and I see somebody parking for like 5 minutes in a no parking area. I would never, but some people are desperate and maybe it's very important. But I see people, for example, parking at a no parking area when like not even 100 meters from there's a normal parking area that they could use, but they don't want to walk that far. And that's sad. But that also do illegal parking. And when someone bumped to his car, he blamed the one who bumped it rather than his parking. I mean, I always see it like that. People are not putting no parking there because they find it funny that you're not parking there. They put it up for a reason. Either it's important that this is open because somebody for emergency has to drive through, or you cannot park there because it is not a good area to park because it is like disrupting the flow of the street there. Or whatever. There's always a reason why there is no parking allowed there. Believe me, if they could put up a parking slot there, they probably would. Because cities like desperately need to stock up on their parking slots. Because they're kind of like made to have that many. And instead of building new parking areas, they would love to just use the space that they have. Believe me, just simply okay. This is now for parking too, and like put 2 dots on the floor. It's way easier than cleaning up an area and making a whole parking slot. But sometimes it's just not possible. And you should respect that. Somebody has made that decision for you, if it makes sense or not. That's how I see it, but maybe I'm just lazy. I'm just like, somebody else has thought that thought. I don't need to think it anymore. Just accept it the way it is. Sound good. You're speaking about a very hypothetical competent government. You're right about that one. In the case that would be the case. Well, sometimes locally that can still be the case. In like tiny subject like this. I'm not saying they're competent at all. It's not unlikely that it has not been put much thought into it. That it's not done because nobody wants to pay for it. Well, you need to be good informed about what is the situation in your city, of course. I know in my city, they use like every single space that is available if they can. They're crazy like that, so... If it's declared as no parking, it is 100% because there is a reason not to park there. But maybe it's different for other cities, of course. Maybe they just have that one guy that's like, haha, I know that you want to park there, but I will declare this no parking because I'm evil. Can you imagine, like, the motivation? I'm only here to do that. The biggest evil I ever did. Declare no parking in this area. Oh god. The world is dying again on the outside, but good lord, you cannot hear it, and that's better. I mean, of course, government is not like the most competent. They're not even that over here. I mean, they had a perfectly fine building. That is also like historical, so they have to go and renovate it, but they didn't want to use it anymore. They want to build a new building. And everybody was saying, nope, we're against that. And, well, they won fair and square, because everybody voted for it, that we're gonna keep the old building. Because the other one's costing too much. And what did they do? They waited it out and built a new one anyway, because some of the politicians were profiting privately from that. That's how competent my local government is. They're also just out for money like everybody else. But somehow they like to keep every space as parking. I don't know, it has to be the other way around. Like, they want to declare no parking spaces to parking spaces. Don't know why, but they seem to love parking slots. The more parking slots, the better. That seems to be the motto. I think you might need all that since there's so many tourists coming. Usually that you have to have so many parking slots reserved for that alone and for the buses and everything. And the normal people need parking too, so... Well... Maybe that's the reason they're wanting the plots. It can be. I didn't know. The only thing is, when you're now like building or acquiring a space to live, I also know that you need to have like 2 parking slots for yourself. Because you're not allowed to park in any of the open slots for any time being. It's weird, but that's the way it is. To keep the streets kind of open. Something that has been proven a problem. With me trying to find the space. Because most of the old available places that are here do not have 2 slots. They only have 1 parking slot. So I cannot make a new parking slot out of thin air. That has been proven a problemo. Okay. What the heck are we doing today? I need something. But I don't know what. Don't know if I'm in the mood for a house flipper. Not particularly. Not really. But I don't know what else. You know when you're in the mood to do something but you don't know what to do exactly? So you're just sitting there like pondering with yourself on what to do? Well, that's what I'm feeling like right now. I have no idea what to actually do. Maybe we can watch something, but I wouldn't know what. Pretty much watch whatever I wanted to watch already. Unless somebody has a cool idea on what we could watch. Or play. I'm also up for playing, I just don't know what. Watching cooking videos. Do you have some nice cooking videos? They shouldn't make me too hungry. But they also shouldn't be disgusting. That is not good. Then why are we watching cooking videos anyways? You need a nice middle ground between delicious and then too delicious. Street foods. Like foreign street foods? That would be interesting, because I haven't had much foreign street foods in my whole lifetime. To be honest, I did not have much foreign food that was not served in like a specialty restaurant around the corner anyway. Because I haven't been much like out of Germany. We were once like in France and once in Italy, but I was a tiny kid when it was the case. Chinese street food. Some of them should not make you hungry. Wait, we're not watching grilled insects, please. Does Germany have street foods? Yeah, we do, but they would probably be pretty boring to watch make, right? It's not as, like, delicate as I imagine that. I watched, like, one video of, like, I think it was Korean street foods or something. Where they really delicately make them, like, in a pan in front of you. Where they, like, flip them and decorate them. And with us, it's like, yeah, you have a, like... like that. The curry. Or maybe tuna. Well, that's it. Maybe you're getting, like, a roll with something on top. Ice cream, maybe. Does it also count as street food? Maybe I'm just not acknowledging much of that because it is, like, daily for me, so... Maybe it's more interesting to people that actually don't know it. Korean street food desserts. Okay, well, we're gonna search up something. Let's see. How the heck did I had something up here where I could watch. Wait, let me... I'll find it. Oh god, my OBS is a mess. This one looks okay. I think I found something. Ah. Somehow there's still the Monkey Island thing in there. Whoops. Should be okay. Right? There we go. Now we have something open where I can search. German street food is based on a lot of other countries' specialties. Yeah, that's basically it. We're like, that is delicious. Let me have that at home. You always need Monkey Island. Yeah, it's just... I guess it's a mixture of what we last looked at. I think we're having, like, a history in here. And random stuff, apparently. Because it has, like, restoration stuff. From the restoration videos we watched, it has Monkey Island in it. It has a whole lot of random. A whole lot of random stuff. Okay. Well, what am I gonna put in? Do I just put in street food? Do I have... the best hamster challenges? Wait, no, don't tempt me. We wanted to watch street food. Hamster is not food. Everything good. Street food? No, not mukbang. If I watch one of these, I think I'm gonna puke. Do I just watch any of these? Cooking Mario. Wait, street food in Germany. Why the heck does it... Shall we watch this? Apparently you do need it. Do you want to watch this? I cannot say if it's interesting, though. It has a lot of views, though. So maybe it's interesting. If you don't know about that. Let's do this. I will have to see if I have sound on this one, actually. And if you haven't sound, because we had problems with that last time. Wait, does this have sound? Do you hear anything? I don't hear anything. Great. Wait, how did I fix that last time? I will find it out. Let me see. Give me a sec. Was that it? No. What if I do wrong again? Advanced audio properties. Monitor and output. It's on monitor and output. Output should be that you hear it. And monitor. Oh, maybe I don't have a monitor device set up. But not that we're having a loop then. That would not be good. Okay. I have my headset as monitoring device. Why do I not hear anything? What is the problem? Where did I go wrong? You're hearing it. Wait. Yes, I also see that it is recording something. But why do I not hear it? Why does it always happen? The gnome is sus. Indeed, who has that in their kitchen? Desktop. Advanced monitoring. No. Dang it, that must work. Wait, I wanna have sound. Is that too much? I got the feeling that is too much. That is asked too much. Wait, what if I turn it on and off again? That usually works. Hey, it worked! Okay, it worked. Okay, I'm making it louder if it's not too loud, okay? Alright, now let's see if we can... Wait, can I make this window a little bigger for me? So I can see a bit more. Okay. Now, here we go. Wait, let me turn off my music so we actually hear something, right? Just tell me if the sound is okay then, okay? Or is it too loud? I would actually put it like here, maybe. Is that better? I think that might be a bit better. Why is everybody giggly? It echoing? Are you sure? Is it echoing? Oh no. Did I mess it up? Did you hear it double? That would not be good. Are you sure it's not just the back quality of the video?
Yeah.
Echo suits for the man's mode. That's not the kind of not the kind of reaction I want. Is it echoing? I need to fix this. The audio quality is definitely not the best. It's sizzling somehow, but not in a good way. Yeah, it's very bad audio on that video. I don't know why. The quality can only be done... No, that's auto. That shouldn't affect the audio quality. Do not know why the video has such bad audio. Wow, we're getting ads too. No, I don't want to, thank you. No, skip trial. I think the problem is that they are not using like a good microphone to record this. This is simply somebody using their phone to record this, and it's probably too loud for... It's probably too loud for their phones to record properly. I see what needs to be on there. Do you see? Can you see my mouse? No. You can't see my mouse, right? But can you see, like, to the right? Where he has, like, Like the hazelnut spread. He knows where the good stuff is to put on top of the pancake. That's the only thing allowed. At least for me. Chocolate. I think it should be. Either it's a knockoff, but I don't think so. It has like the typical form of it. It is like turned away from the camera so you cannot see it, but I think it's like the original, yes. Bananas and Nutella. Just Nutella for me, I think. No, we're getting more ads. This is turning into a game like me fight the ads while you're watching stuff. That is one gigantic pancake though, to be honest. The ones I make are not that big. But I'm gonna be honest, as much as I like to eat like a pancake from time to time, the one form that I like pancakes the most is as a soup, like as a soup ingredient. You just put them in a nice soup and put like a raw egg in, like the boiling hot soup with it. I just love that. But Nutella is also nice. Now I cannot decide anymore. They make them super thin. I like them a bit thicker. Yeah, that's almost a crab by definition of the thickness. Hochzeitssuppe. No! Pfannkuchensuppe. Easy as that. Pancake soup. I know. I'm cursing the stream with German again. I'm so sorry. I got them. I think the other one has more ingredients. There you have like a little. Oh no, God! I'm fighting the ads again. In the other one, I think you have a lot of more ingredients. I don't know what exactly. I think that it's supposed to be that way because you're putting all like the leftovers into the soup. Yeah, meat and whatever. I don't know. I don't eat that one very often. Why German street food so big? Actually, I don't know. They're not that big for me. Maybe I'm not eating too much street food. I think the only time I seen street food like that was when there was like a street food festival in my town. As I said, we're really off in like the back end of everywhere. So I never really see much street food happening because my town is too small for stuff like that. Yeah, that's what's in it. Yeah, Fianduro. And that's the reason I don't like it that much, because I don't like everything in there. Also, it's weird when I'm talking English, but I'm saying like German ingredients. It's just not fitting into sentence. They have like so many specialty tools for this. It's amazing. Imagine what that thing cost. Can you see it dripping? Oh yeah, I have a funny story to tell about that street food festival that I was mentioning. That was kind of like the only occasion where I had like lots of this street food stuff here to taste. And the thing is, of course, the day I go in, on the hour I go in, it started raining. It poured the heavens out. But I still went there and I still ate a lot of stuff, including like black ice cream. And I regretted the black ice cream because not only was my whole mouth and my whole lips black after eating it, it was because of the rain that was dripping from the sky. totally wet, and therefore it dripped all over my shirt, which was a white shirt. So my shirt was also black, covered in black goop afterwards. I hate that. I hate that so much. Semolina dumpling, sliced pancakes, and a liver dumpling. Yeah, kind of like that. But it sounds weird because that's not what I'm used to calling them. I'm not a fan of the dumplings, to be honest. Both of them, not really. Don't know why. Not too much to my taste. I would still probably eat them, but if I don't have to, I won't. That looks like a lot of work to do. I like good food, but I'm also lazy. Who of you is living in like a big town? Do they really have like a lot of stands like this in big towns? Is it just me being a little lost land berry? Some customers arrived, they switched to lurking mode. You do that. Definitely do. Those are gigantic. I know some of these that have like half the size. Did you get the newest Epic games? XCOM 2 is for free. No, I haven't, but also I still have not installed like the Epic launcher on my PC still, so I think it might be a little bit hard getting that, seeing that I don't really have it. You know what I mean? That was interesting. Funny that we didn't get to see so much sweet stuff in the street food. Big towns have a lot of open street foods when it's night. Well, looks like I am living in a hole. Cannot get the newest games, cannot get the cool street food. But I think I also wouldn't want to live in a big city because I would get lost. Every time I have to drive to the next nearest city that is like bigger, I get lost while driving, still while having the navigation on. That looks interesting. I want to see that. And it's embarrassing, but it's always happening. Oh god, that is pretty long. Is that too long, or do you want to watch that? That's like 47 minutes. That's a lot. Just need to log into the website? Well, I will try that later then. But I will need to make an account, right? I am guessing. Maybe we can skim through the video a bit. You know, like see the best parts. I'll not need to have to see. Signature egg bread. So they're putting in some sort of dough. It's called an egg bread, so I'm guessing it's a really eggy dough. Cannot imagine how that tastes then. Is that different then? I mean, normal dough usually has eggs in it too, but not just eggs. Or not that many eggs? That reminds me that I made muffins. I think yesterday it was. Egg bread, first time hearing. Yeah, me too. And imagine it's eggier? Oh, or maybe it's normal dough and it's an egg bread because it's an egg on top. And here I was thinking that this is a special dough. I'm so dumb. Maybe just not reaches the signature down there. but actually pay attention to what is happening. They got us. The other thing is just a soft bread, like just a normal white bread. Is he gonna put on more dough on top? His egg is strong. What's he putting on top? Is that salt? I want to know what that is. It's white. So what else would it be? Cocaine? Nah, probably not sugar. That would be weird. And stirred. I mean, if he put that in the oven, isn't the egg like through way earlier than the bread is? Usually bread is taking way longer, right? Or am I just a noob? Or maybe I like my egg like too soft. But for me, the egg would then be totally ruined if it's in as long as the bread. Just is that just me? Okay, we don't need to look at just stir all of them. I want to know what the next step is. Okay, we're taking cheese. What kind of cheese is that? Is that just like the normal like cream cheese, like a normal toast cheese that you put on top? I don't think that looks like actual real good cheese. At least none that I see. They seem too soft. Looks like sushi. And then a whole sausage in. Okay, I can follow you there. It's getting a little much. I think it's mozzarella. Isn't it a little too yellow for mozzarella, though? Maybe I'm just knowing, like, the mozzarella we have here, but that is, like, plain white as day. Also, it's buried in the egg. It's not gonna get, it's not gonna get crispy, and I like my cheese crispy. What is that? That is now a different cheese, right? Why are you only putting out the ends, though? Why not covering the whole thing? I am confused. I think this is a normal hard cheese, right? And now you put... Wait. That's not the one with the sausages, right? That's just the ones with just egg. At least I'm not seeing any sausage anymore. And I'm not seeing any extra cheese. Okay, you putting that all in here? Put them all in. Let the magic happen. Ooh, that's quite the floof. I think this is just the one with egg. I didn't think the egg would have quite such a floof. But I don't think it's like creamy egg anymore. It's like totally stiff and through, right? Well, the bread is getting darker than I thought it is. The dough was completely white, but this one is nicely browned. Or is it just because some egg flew down? Yeah, the egg is like totally baked through. I have to admit, me myself, if I eat egg, I like it a little slushy. So it can be a little soft still for me. I don't like my egg like totally dry. So that would probably be too dry of an egg for me. What's that? Is that oregano? Maybe? Kind of, maybe. I don't know my spices and herbs. Okay, I did not see why he only put the cheese on the ends. Maybe I'm not seeing why. Maybe it's because the middle already was rising so much anyways. Okay, what is this? Bulgogi bomb hot dog crochet. Okay, I know what a hot dog is. Bomb usually associates something very, very high in calorie for me. And I heard crochet before. Japanese people always cook their eggs a little bit wet. So you think it still would be wet? It just looks like it's... it's like drier? Maybe the meat... the meat... Maybe the bread didn't take as long as I think it would. Maybe it's like a lower bake bread. I don't know. I should get my mouth off of there. Yeah, bake them in a lot of oil. But I don't know what those are. Little dumplings? They are probably very delish when you eat them, but when I see them like this, the only thing I can think of is why so much oil? Maybe creating a souffle, which is a fluffy texture. That might be, but I'm also not big of a souffle fan. I am weird when it comes to eggs, I'm telling ya. Eggs are a difficult topic for me. Because I can eat a soft-boiled egg, no problem. And I also can eat a hard-boiled egg. But... every egg that has kind of been put in a fry... And... well, fry doesn't matter if it's like a whole or if you make an omelet out of it. I have kind of problems stomaching it. Except if it's made in like very, very, very low heat over a long time. And not too through. Then I can eat it. I don't know. My stomach might be a little bit off. I having problems with my stomach, so maybe that's the problem. And one that I'm only good at is cooking eggs. Do you get like the perfect timing to get them still soft-boiled? That can be tricky. Got like the perfect mixture, because if they're too soft-boiled, then you have them like gluey, sticky whites, and I don't like that. I like it when the white is just fluffy through, but when the yellow just still completely runny. Oh god, these look good. Very high calorie, but so good. Okay, I like where this is going. No, show me more of what you just... No! Yeah, that was what I want. Okay, now you open these up. Try eating Japanese eggs. Good, and maybe Yopur's stomach will accept it. Yopur? What's Yopur? I don't know what Yopur is. And how do I cook Japanese eggs? What's the difference? Oh, maybe your stomach will accept. Okay, nothing special to see there. I just attempt to read. I was hyper-focused, okay? I'm still thinking about what Japanese eggs are. Opening the secret stash and putting in the sauce. That would not be enough sauce for me. But they are probably getting more salad later. Oh, they're getting 2 pieces of sauce. Okay, never mind. That's okay, then. Because that's a very soft... bun. Is that onions? Because I would need a lot of salad stuff and a lot of sauce on top. Please don't tell me those are like spicy. That would ruin the whole thing. Japanese eggs always have a small hole at the bottom so it can cook evenly. And a 6 minutes timer. I think that's how I do my soft-boiled eggs, actually. I have like a tiny needle where I like poke a hole in it on the side that is bigger. I don't think I even do 6 minutes. I think I do it slower. I think I do less, but I'm not sure. Don't ask me about the exact timer. I have like a timer that I put up, but it's already preset. What is this? Is this meat? It looks like goo, but I don't know what goo. Meat goo. Well, the sausages I recognize, but what the heck is that brown meat goo? Maybe it's that bulgogi? Whatever bulgogi is. I have no idea. Well, having a lot of vegetables before, but now the meaty side is getting too much again. That's not very evident. Yeah, it looks like goo. I don't know what it is. It's the slops. Maybe I can't judge because all meat is disgusting to me. Yeah, maybe. But I don't know. I mean, the sausages kind of look okay. A little fatty, maybe, but the sausages kind of look okay. But the goo, it kind of looked like... I mean, even if you haven't, like, minced meat, that is, like, minced through it, it's looking better in the consistency than that. I don't know. It's not just the color. I mean, if it would be nicely barbecued, it would have a darker color, but, like, the texture... The texture is... It's too much of a mush, too much of a slop to make out what it really is or was at some point. Okay, now we're overdoing it with the sauce. I shouldn't have complained before. Wait, these are sesame seeds. I would like that. Some seeds on top is always nice. I would take that. But everything else, I don't know. I think that would be a... No, that is a little bit too much for me. In my book. Isn't that the case with most street foods? It's just a bit too much. Oh, I like that they have packaging where it is exactly fitting in. It might actually be this bulgogi. Wait, let me Google that in the meantime. I want to know that. Bulgogi. Bulgogi. Well, bulgogi is really meat that is so dark, but it usually has a texture that is normal meaty, not pasty. Now I'm confused. Huh. Maybe it's supposed to be that, but it's, I don't know, too artificial? Okonomiyaki toast. I know what a toast is, the rest kind of escapes me. Okay, we have eggs. Drinking my lemonade today like it's nothing. Must be thirsty. Okay, I'm mixing that in. I hope you're warming that up, because that's a raw egg at the moment. Ah, yeah, they do. If they would just put that in, I would be a bit concerned. Yeah, you're cooking that through. But let me just skimp a bit forward. But I don't think that will gonna keep its form. They gonna like stir that through, right? It's not gonna be one blob. And then you have any toast? That's just normal toast. This dish so far is turning out good. I don't see anything I do not like. An egg sandwich. Sandwich, egg, a little bit of cabbage stuff. So far, this is looking very nice. I would probably eat that. Doesn't look like too much. Try the Korean egg sandwich. It's freaking good. Okay, does it keep its form? Because he's kind of like making slices in it. Meaning he's gonna flip it as one. Well, one tiny, but it's not gonna be stirred. You know why you didn't put carrots in it? They would definitely fit. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't do it like that. I mean, everybody has kind of like their own recipes for stuff. Or maybe those are the special ones ordered without carrots. Okay, those are the toast. Yes. Now the other side. I wonder if they're gonna put any more sauce or something. Don't cook it too through. If it would be for me, I would leave it a little bit floppy. Now you know if I ever gonna come and visit any of you, you gotta keep my eggs a little soft, please. But this one, I think, still looks okay when you see it like that. But up top, it may look a little dry, but from the side, you can see that it's still kind of fluff. Add more toast. Of course, we need way more. Counting by how many slices of the cabbage egg mixture we're having. Is that actually the okonomiyaki? That is that then? We need way more toast. What kind of sauce is that? Is that ketchup or barbecue? Something like that? I think it's something like that. It certainly has a certain glaze. You tried okonomiyaki? No, never. Is that quite common term? Something that I maybe not associating with that? As I said, I never really have been anywhere, so... Okay, now they're putting on a second sauce. Why is it always the double saucing? That seems to be a thing here that I am noticing. That they are putting at least 2 sauces. Well, it is really sad. As I said, my town is small and we're not having many like restaurants. And the few that we're having is like pizza places. One like Indian style, one Greek, and one Chinese, and one Taiwan, I think. That's about it. Something like that. And I don't even know if all of them are still open. It's Japanese food with cabbages, octopus, and bonito flakes. As I said, I'm not having the opportunity to try many stuff here. And I'm not like in the big town, like 20 minutes away from here often, and if I am there for a good reason, not for and not for eating food, sadly, which is a shame. I'd really try, but mostly I don't have the time. I mean, most of the time when I am like there, it's for a doctor's visit. And I don't think most of the time I feel like eating afterwards. Or I'm even allowed to eat afterwards. And I don't know if they have any... They probably have a Japanese food there. Because that is like a really bigger town than mine. But 20 minutes just to get food? Nah, I'm not sure. What are you doing now? Does he make like a big extra scrambled egg or a big extra omelette to put on top? I'm also fascinated with these like plates that they're having for like street food stuff, because everything is kind of like loosening up so easily. When I would do that at home in my pan, everything would stick and I would have like one giant crumbled mush. That's everything I have. That is showing me that my pan is absolutely crap. That I can't really do that properly without it sticky. You need a good pan. Well, as we had the discussion before, maybe it's not the pan, maybe it's the induction stove that is the problem. Or maybe a combination of both, because the induction stove is well broken, so that may also be the problem. It looked so good before, and now he's like ruining it. Don't make it so small, leave the big bits. I bought a nice ceramic pan and treat it with respect and nothing sticks to it ever. Well, that is the problem. I also have a ceramic pan. I don't know if it's nice because I got it gifted. It might be a cheap one. But as I said, it's not working with that one either. So might be my stove. Everything broken. We have many Chinese food here. But I don't like because of too much and too much oil. Yeah, that is kind of like a problem. We have the one Chinese food place here. And there you can really eat like most of the dishes because they're not that fatty. Except maybe the fried rice and the fried noodles, they're a little bit too much. But the other ones are having like nice like medium sauces. You can eat those pretty okayly. Like spinach sauce or something. Or peanut. Those are easily stomachable, even for me. And I have to be careful about that, because I will get sick after that. If it's too much. I could burn charcoal in that pan and rinse it away with water later. We want that too. The thing I like about Chinese food is their steamed food. Well, as I say, maybe it's different in every place. Well, because we had like a Chinese food restaurant here when I was a kid, and it was like the same thing. Everything there was like too much, and it was like too oily and too fatty. Everything was just... I didn't like it much. But the new one that we're having... Well, they are not saying that they are strictly Japanese. They are saying they are an Asian restaurant. So they may just make their Chinese dishes more palatable than a typical only Chinese restaurant does. Maybe that's the reason that they're the only one that survived that long here. I don't know. But theirs you can really eat. But I still prefer like the Indian restaurant that we're having. It's way better. Way more delish. Hey, it doesn't need to be perfect. What a waste. Eat those too. If you're not using these for decoration, I'm disappointed. Also, by the way, what is this? Because I did not pay attention. Whipped cream giant waffle. There's nothing like a gigantic waffle with cream. I didn't know. I think that would be too much for me. Waffle is okay if it's not like too oily. But then I just take a teeny tiny bit of Nutella spread. That is way too much cream. That's like 5 kilograms gained to the waist in one dish. And syrup on top, of course. I think at least that's syrup, I have no clue. Or honey, maybe. How to eat that without drowning your face in cream? You can't even bite that. Thank you very much for your follow. Nishi Fishy. I like the name. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. B7? Well, what B7 supposed to mean? I want to know. I thought this was a vending machine because you look like a snack. Ah! Thank you so much. I'm sadly not for order. Neither are the stuff that you see on screen. We all have to suffer in hunger together. Well, if I'm a snack, please tell me I'm not as high in calories as this waffle at least. Please. Please tell me I'm delicious but also decent. I'm not sure if the strawberry is gonna save this. Still too much. But it's already better. I think this one is better. At least it has some fruit in it that gives it some taste. Yeah, of course. And then put even more syrup stuff on it. Deliciously decent. Okay, I say that. I say that's a plus. I see that as a good sign. It looks good. But it's probably like 3 sizes too big. I know it's supposed to be an XL waffle, so that's the point. But yeah, give me like 1/4 of these. Yeah, that's good. That's what I can stomach. I have a problem eating like too big of a portion most of the time, which is a shame. Especially if you're having something delicious and it's just so good and it wouldn't taste the same if you warm it up, but you just can't eat no more. Oh, the sound this cream makes. Isn't that turning on? I don't know. I like the sound. Probably wouldn't eat that much cream, but I like the sound it makes. Hey, be careful, it's dripping. And there it goes onto the floor. And again, we're filling everything up with sugar. What is that even? He's not telling us what's in there, but I'm guessing it's some sort of berry mix. Right? And of course, we're covering it with cream as well. I thought they just gonna close it up at that point. It's gonna rinse all over the cream, but no, we're gonna add more. Is the cream kind of like the cheap part of it? Because why are they adding so much? Oh, flakes. What sort of flakes? Sugary flakes? Is this just sugar? I think this is just sugar broken part. Right? Doesn't look like anything that I've ever seen. Just decoration. Mwah, big cream lips. Give me a kissy. That wouldn't be to my taste. That's just way too much cream again. From all of these, I think I take the ones with the strawberries. The only ones that are been decent so far. Oh my god, that's the switch. They burned the vegetable. Way to ruin it. Put in a good soup. That reminds me that I still have one of the porridges at home. I need to make a soup from it still before it goes bad. Good that the video reminds me of that. I would have forgotten. What that? Was that just the cleaning part and I was like wondering over nothing? Stroke your meat very gently. What the heck they doing? I think they clean it up, right? I don't know about you, but if I see this, it's not very appetizing. What are you doing? I think they're cutting out, like, the fatty parts, maybe? You can probably notice that I'm not cooking, like, meat, especially, like, whole meat pieces that often. I may do, like, 1 or 2 sausages or something, that's it. He's removing the bone. There were still bones on there? You think? I think there were no bones. I think it was just the fatty parts, right? I think there's still a fat layer on top. What's like the beige stuff? Isn't that to be cut off? Oh god. Here I show myself to be a total noob again. I swear I can cook. It's just... meat is not my biggest specialty, okay? What are we doing here? What does the title say about this one? Is this the clean your meat section? Jeju Island unique pork belly. Oh, that's why that is so fatty. Because it's a pork belly on top of everything. What's unique about that? What is that now? Is that a lot of salt? Or did I miss something? What's Jeju Island? Never heard. Is that coffee? Or cola? Soy sauce? It's a brown tincture of unknown origin. And water, apparently. The brown liquid is stirred. I have no idea what that is. I did not pay attention. It could be anything. I'm guessing it's soy sauce, right? Right? That might be fitting with meat. Maybe that's just me. Yeah, now we're getting to the stuff. There's more than meat in this dish. I am glad. And as I said, I need to still eat one of these that I have at home as well. Hey, why are you throwing so much of it away? Am I eating these wrong? I'm eating way more of the green parts of these. Am I... Can somebody please explain if I'm doing it wrong or if they are just wasteful? Rubbing the sexy vegetables. Yeah, after rubbing your meat, you can rub your vegetables. Easy. Okay, these are for the sauce. Ah, this is what we saw before, where they have been burning these to cinders. Way too dark. What is he doing? I'm gonna grill. Cutting like a machine gun. Ah, that's what you do. To be honest, I wouldn't have grilled these. I would have just fried these in the pan or like in the in the pot, and afterwards put like the liquids in. think that way it would have been tastier for a sauce. Wow, this is taking way too much time to prepare this meat. And it's way too much meat on top of it. And way too fatty meats. So far, I'm not a big fan of this one. I'm calling it. I'm not sure. I can call favorites, right? This is not my favorite. So far, it is still like the cabbage and egg toast. That one so far is favorite. Way better. Now try it again. Got the feeling we're like going in circles with the meat. We had it, but then we made it wet again. And now we're drying it again? Well, they're like... I have no idea what they were doing with that. I couldn't follow order. I have no idea. But I think they were putting salt in there, right? Or no, that was like in the brown liquid, right? Not in these. Oh, I'm so confused. But I think these are about to be fried. Because they are getting... And now they put a sheet on it. Now put them in to freeze. Okay, they lost me with the meat. I have no idea what they're doing right now. Yay, tomatoes! I can get into that. That is better. Wait, do I still have something to drink over here? Because I need something. Wait, there's something. Got my bottle still hanging around. Not much, but I can put some here in my glass. There we go. Yeah. And throw the bottle over there. Till now, I'm still cooking tonkatsu. It's so much about easy and fast, right? Now they put in yet another brown liquid. Okay, this dish so far is the one that I can follow the least. Everything else so far was kind of pretty understandable on what they were doing. Just maybe I hadn't seen that combination before, but on this one I'm just baffled the whole time through and I have no idea what they're gonna do with this. And so far it also doesn't seem to be appetizing. At least not for me. Now you're doing... meat? Oh, meat's so fatty. That would not be my kind of meat. I don't know about you, but meat that I have tried with this fatty texture, most of the time it's hard to chew, and I hate that. It's sizzling. Maybe I would like that more if it had some lean meat. Chicken, maybe. But so far, I don't know what this is supposed to be. So maybe it's important that it's this meat? But why so much? And why in a block? Can you not kind of cut tiny pieces? You know what I mean? Just cutting in portions. Wait, they did cut it a little more, right? This is definitely smaller than what they had in the pan. Something is happening before my eyes and I'm not getting it. Would any of you eat that? I mean the meat specifically, not whatever else is gonna come with like the tomatoes and everything. But just this meat stuff. Because so far that is what ruins the dish the most for me. Because this meat is mostly fats. Very unappetizing. And after now you put them... Why are you frying them? Okay, I'm just confused. And now they're putting them back in the liquid to soak them. Can somebody please tell me what's going on? Are they making some sort of stew? Is that what's happening? They might be. Maybe it's a stew. Still would use different meat though. They're putting the meat out though. And now you're... Okay. This is a little overkill, right? It's already fatty enough. And now they're gonna fry it. What is this dish called again? Where's my mouse? Unique pork belly? This should be called heart attack. Well, at least the salad stuff looks good. I think I could eat that. That looks good. Have that with a little yogurt sauce on top. Be that my main dish. You can leave the meat out of it. Ugh. That's killer. This thing can kill a person. Look at that. Has anybody ordered fat deep fried? And there's still a bone pieces in there as well, right? At least what I saw. I'm not happy with that one. No, that one is not making me happy. This one is the opposite. Nah. Well, this side, yes. This side, no. Well, what an ending to that. It started so good. What to watch next? You had enough with foods? Or you want to watch more food? God, why is this video so long? Is that 2 hours? I wouldn't watch desserts, but 2 hours for reals? It's a little bit much, maybe. Maybe just me. Where would I just watch a meme compilation? And not like I'm putting in memes up here, right? Because usually the most memes I'm getting is from Twitter. I don't know. I think we're probably just seeing dummy stuff here, right? I don't think that would be too good. I don't know what we'll be getting. To be honest. I don't trust the meme videos I'm getting here. Difficult. And this is something I don't even want to know. I'll leave the mystery be. Iron plate dishes. I am unsure. Search fair-bearing films? What that's supposed to be? They have meme compilations? Uncle Raj is good too, but all about Asian. Are those like sketches? I'm guessing those are sketches, right? Can you recommend one of these? We can watch one. Do you have a favorite? I don't know if it's funny. Maybe there's probably a lot of insiders that I will not get, right? Because if you're just watching like one of these, it's probably have like inside jokes that are kind of bullet over the series. My only favorite is their presentation. Where would the presentation be? Is it the older one? I stink at finding stuff. You mean the PowerPoint presentation on animals? Is it that one? Is that the one we're talking about? Help me. That's the only thing that says presentation, so I'm guessing that's the one. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. I'm awaiting orders. All the presentation. We'll want to watch that one. That's the first one I saw. Ah, we're getting more ads. Okay, there.
I'm Lachlan.
And I'm Jackson Fairbairn.
And this is our PowerPoint presentation on...
Animals.
Subtitle.
We're going to record this for audio purposes.
Yeah.
There are many types of animals.
Not the best example picture here.
There are many types of animals.
Yeah.
Some animals are cute.
That is occasionally cute.
Some animals need...
And it's interesting that it's actually the same kind of... the same kind of animal, by the way. Why are cats so weird sometimes?
Oh, that hurt my fucking head. Some animals need help.
To be honest, I think sometimes maybe it's because they're in the care of freaky humans, but okay. You need to zoom in on that. I'm not seeing anything.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
Oh my god. You should not judge by looks, but that thing is a little ugly.
Here are some more animals that should be put to sleep. That's
The second one, I think, is like a baby bat. No, not baby, but a bat, right? That should be okay. No, why the kitty? Leave the kitty be.
Of the most savage dog alive. He is responsible for mauling over 40 children. That's classic.
Very savage, I see.
This is a picture of him and one of his victims. The poor boy was absolutely ripped to shreds.
He was killed with
That's
kindness.
gotta be lassie.
Just go. Just go.
Authorities have been searching for this hound for years. He continues to evade capture. Soon, they will catch this beast, and he will meet the swift hand of justice. That's fucking maybe Okay. Next.
Oh God, help me.
What the fuck is that? Just put that there.
I'm guessing it's nocturnal, so nobody would be seeing it. It's
Here are all the places that animals can be found.
is how I present when I was in high school. I think I did better than that.
5 animals.
At least I was not giggling the whole time through. I'm not sleepy. I'm just highly concentrated.
That's my cat. That's my cat.
It's Bentley.
Get it together. Getting graded on this. That's my fucking cat. Do you even know what that's called? You didn't even name them.
What grade did you get when you presented like this in high school? Were they very happy about your way of presenting? I don't think so.
You suck. Oh, laughing like this is hurting my shoulder.
It gets worse.
Unfortunately, due to local council vermin culling, Alvin and his friends are scheduled to be put down this Saturday. That's the female version, you fucking idiot.
That's Alvin.
That's not Alvin.
I'm just highly disappointed in most of this.
If you would like to help save Alvin and his friends, head to change.org, link in the bio.
You killed them with
Maybe
the
we can
laughs.
make enough noise and save them.
I think that would not have saved you in the class that I was in. Everybody was like so strict. If you made one tiny mistake, right down.
Pitch in.
Only
We can
perfection
save
was
little fella.
expected.
What the fuck? Why is he there? Thanks for listening. Click the exit.
Wait, great quality presentation. I'm like so
Yeah.
That's
stunned.
our presentation.
Thanks for watching our presentation. Please like and subscribe
To
for more. Alright, cut.
I also love how you can see like the cameraman like in the TV when it's off. High quality, high quality. Something is slightly off there. I didn't know what to do. I think it's a little too late to start a game now, right? So we're gonna have to try and stay watching stuff. Oh God, please don't. I didn't know what though. Uh-oh. My window is vibrating. The construction workers are making a mess out there again. Excuse me. I don't know. Am I the only one that's always so undecisive on what to watch or do? Or are others having the same problem? Cause I don't know. Greek style food. Got the feeling we're watching way too many food videos. Food machines. Well, that could be interesting. think I'm gonna watch that one. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm not seeing a lot of food machines where I live. So I always find it fascinating. Wait, the pineapple peeling machine? That's like highly specific. But I'm guessing they're gonna like sell pineapples. Yeah, so it makes sense that it is there, but just having that randomly out somewhere where they don't sell pineapples would be a bit weird. Press bell for assistance. Put that boy in. Please don't make a mess. Watch it go. I want to see. I think they made that perfect. I can't say anything about that. It's fresh and it works. Fascinating. Well, maybe there's a little bit left, but it's okay. But if you need it that fresh, are they not like selling like already cut rings? Like that are already done? Well, at least where I live they do. Yeah, it's dripping all over you. Extra exciting. I mean, Tommy X? Make your own omelet. Select ingredients. Add ingredients there. Well, that sounds interesting. Get chicken ham. Pick 3 other ingredients from mushrooms, capsicum, onion, and tomato. Okay, and then? Okay, I wonder how that works. Put that in? They're probably measured, right? So that they actually fit in there. I don't know what Ami is. It's a good question. Maybe a short form of omelet? I don't know. No, wait, it's Omi omelet. Okay, that I don't know. I have no idea. That is fascinating. No, I want to see the robot make me some omelet. Okay, what are you doing? You're getting your other tool. Scrapey, scrapey. Not 100% perfect, but it's working better than my pan. I'm starting to get hungry too. Wow, that's just perfectly... I need to get a new pan and a new oven. And stovetop. I didn't expect the machine to do it so, you know, like human motion-y, to be like a robot arm and do this. I thought it's gonna just, you know, stir in like the inside, not so human-y. Not so humanoid. That's not what I expected. That's actually very nice. Makes for a nice demonstration as well. Very nice. But now what's an Omi? We need to know. Wait, let me pause that and Google what an Omi is. Because I need to know. What is that? I didn't find anything. I have no idea what it is. Okay, nothing comes up. Must be a bit tricky. Maybe it's hard to Google? Maybe it's the brand? I'm not sure. Oh god, I hate, like, plastic forks. The cheap ones are always breaking on me. I don't know, maybe I'm using too much force. But they are bound to break for me. Mostly the forks. I think the spoons sometimes work. And the knives are mostly working. But the forks are always breaking. Cheap plastic forks always breaking on me. Make your own Tammy omelets. They need to be different ones. Because that is definitely kind of like the same thing. Oh no, here we go again. The construction work is going. You can be so lucky you don't have to hear that. Oh, we're getting another trailer for something.
Game.
No, I want to see my omelet. Can you really not hear, like, my construction work on the outside? That's so fascinating to me. That nobody hears that but me. Is my microphone really that good in filtering that out? Really strange. This is Tammy omelet. This is different from the Ami omelet. Can't hear construction, only YouTube. This is really bizarre to me, because I'm definitely hearing it. I think it might be because my microphone is actually filtering that out. Give me a sec. I want to see if I use my cheap microphone, the one on the camera, if you can hear it then. And what is the difference between an Omi and a Tommy omelet? I need to know. Nobody's telling me. OBS also has a filter. Wait, let me just pause this and see if I can make you hear it. I'm not sure. Wait. If I make listen to this device on my cheap microphone and be quiet for a second, otherwise I loop because I have two microphones going on. You might be able to hear it. I'm just trying it out for 3 seconds. Don't worry, I turn it off in a second. Do you like that? That's what I have to live with, even though it doesn't sound like it. Nice, right? Did you hear that? That was a cheap microphone. I was quiet because I had them both at once, otherwise he would hear me twice. The cheap microphone does not have any filters on, so yeah. They are very loud. My whole room is shaking. I hate that. It's fascinating that you can't hear that with this microphone. And I don't actually have filters on in OBS. Well, I have like a noise gate that closes off at a certain time, but then you would hear it when I'm talking. The cheap microphone has Dolby. Well, it's not super cheap. It's not like not on a microphone. It's like a tiny microphone that's in the camera. Actually, the correct thing would be it is my second microphone, because this one is also... It's not a microphone, it's just on my headset here, it's a mic. It's just a put-on mic on the headset, so it's also not the best. I have been thinking about getting an actual microphone, but too expensive right now. Just a headset mic, no actual microphone itself. From actually a Corsair headphone, if that is of any help. It's not the worst mic, but it's still a headset mic, and you can tell. Compared to an actual mic that you would have with like a boom arm and stuff, it's sounding a bit cheap. Yeah, but the camera mic is not really any better. It doesn't even have a filter in it, so that... I don't know. Wait, didn't even pay attention. Where are we now? He didn't say where, right? After the egg? What this machine doing? Strings? Ah, I need to do art for art school. I hope it's turning out okay. I hope you're inspired. And thanks for the lurking. Oh, it's beer. But why did they serve that like that? Why are they not just pouring it into the glass? I find that a bit weird. Isn't it better if you pour it into the glass? Also, I would probably not drink out of these plastic mugs. Does that not make it taste worse? For me, half of the taste of a good cold drink is having it out of a glass. Out of actual glass. But maybe I'm just a little bit of a weird person in that regard. I also don't drink out of like paper or plastic straws. I have my metal straws, and that is way better. That way it's way cooler. Has a cold taste somehow, and I like that. They make in fresh almond butter. That's interesting, but it also kind of looks like the machine is pooping inside a bottle. And I don't know if I would want to eat that. But we all know it's supposed to be almond butter, so... we're ignoring that it looks like poop. Yeah, wiggle a bit. Maybe it's gonna fall off the rest. Well, how does it taste? Does it at least taste good? It looks a little bit too smushy. I mean, most like pre-bought like peanut butter and stuff, it's like way harder because it already had time to like harden out. So I don't know if I would like it if it were very soft still. Then I have a little bit of a problem comparing like the taste of texture. But texture for me is very important with stuff. Texture is just as important as the actual taste. It's half of the experience. Also, this would never do. This is not properly spread. It's not 100% even. And there are parts that are missing spread. This is triggering me. I will not like that. Fully automated restaurant. Somehow I'm getting into robotic territory now. Where's Robo Senpai serving me? Let's see if that is working. It's already full screen. Good. What can you order, though? That is a question. I want to see how it makes it. I want to see what I can order. Location. Futuristic dining with no waiters or waitress. So far, so good. Then I don't have to talk to anybody. I like that very much. That is exactly what I came here for. Browse menu, place orders. Choose the diner takeaway. Okay. Don't interact with other people. That is exactly what I want. Deliveroo. Show the menu. Machin. Sorry, I see burgers. Raza. Okay, now I need to know what half of that is. Oh, a Chinese-style cuisine. Like, if you have a lot of time, you can probably go through all of that. I'm usually having a bad time picking stuff fast. Usually when I am somewhere, I'm like next in line to order at like a bakery or something. That happened actually today. I'm like up next in line. I get asked what I want and I'm just standing there like, you didn't give me enough time to pick actually. Because I'm taking way longer to kind of look through what they're actually having. And deciding what I like best. And then usually I panic and take the next best thing that's kind of like next to me and eat that. Because it's really hard for me to decide fast. I would say I'm good at deciding, but bad at deciding fast. I need to practice that. Fast decision is important. Interesting. I find it interesting that the shoots that have food also have like displays on them. Gives them like a double purpose. I wonder if this is actually lucrative. It take up to 10 minutes. And also I wonder how do they make sure that the right person is picking up stuff? Because everybody could go, like, over here and tap, right? Or are they just thinking, like, oh, the person would be here in the room, too, so they will say, hey, no, wait, that's mine. Or maybe they're really just having a more decent person here. You know what I mean? They don't expect that to happen because everybody more decent than where I'm from. That's a whole lot of noodle. And that's a whole lot of ad. Get the ad out of here. The ad click game. That's what we're doing today. Slurp it. Golden curry soup. That is boiling hot. I would probably hurt myself eating it that hot. I would wait a little bit. Also, that's dripping everywhere. You poor shirt. Eggplant. Not cut enough for my taste. I eat everything like cut into tiniest pieces because my mouth is so tiny I barely fit anything in. It's a shame. Wobble wobble, beef slice is wobbly. Chinese style beef, which is springy and tender. Don't overdo it. You're gonna regret it. I Still have a chocolate egg here from Easter. I'm gonna eat that now. I'm getting hungry. Mmm. Not quite the same, but good. I have a weird relationship with burgers. I do like me some burger, but most burgers that exist are too high for me to eat. I mean, if the burger is like that size and my mouth is like this size, we're having a problem here. And I hate, repeat hate, 100% hate eating burger with a fork and a knife. I'm not doing that. That is ruining every burger for me. I do not like that. Thank God there are tiny burgers, like tiny cheeseburger at McDonald's or something. Or the burgers that I make myself. They are small enough. That is my saving, because that way I actually do like burgers. But only if they are small enough. Doesn't matter if they are like bigger in diameter, even though they shouldn't be too big. Because otherwise the portion too big. But the height of the burger, that is actually where the problem lies with me. Cannot have too big of one. Otherwise I will not eat it. And you'll have me hate your burgers forever. Doesn't matter how many stuff you put on there and how good it would actually taste. Are we having a drink with that, or is what is that? I didn't pay attention what we ordered. Ah, lemonade. Now what the interesting part is how the stuff is actually done. I guess they still having kitchen staff, so it's just the ordering that is made robotic, I think. That is a whole lot of ketchup with that. A little bit much. I'm gonna use ration packs of sour punch. Probably too sour. Too intense. Needs to be watered down.
This is Webflow Interactions, the only tool that brings all the animation
out of here. Go away. Skip out. The fries are looking okay, but how big is the burger? Fries seem to be empty. Oh. I didn't see that we're having cheese fries. Okay, there's a dip in them. That is good. Because I don't know about you, but if the fries are already like dripped with the sauce, they tend to get soggy, and I do not like that. Even though most of the time I do not eat fries with cheese sauce. That happens only like once a year maybe. I like to eat them with mayo or with ketchup. Like normal ordinary tomato ketchup, mostly. That would be definitely too big for me. Cut that thing in half and then maybe I could eat it. That would not be possible to go into my mouth. It looks tasty though, but as I said, somehow reduce the size to half the height and we're good. But not that way. Maybe other people are just having bigger mouths than me. It must be that, right? Because they can bite off it no problemo. I would have to bite off like a tiny bit of the patty and the top bun. And then the rest of the burger. The lower half. And then the whole thing would be ruined. I didn't pay attention to the price. I don't know how much it is actually. Oh, pre-packaged ice cream. Well, that's not too new. You can get that in the supermarket too, I guess. Even though I have to say I'm not too big of a fan of, like, these hard ice creams that kind of, like, come in the cup. If I do eat an ice cream, I usually tend to prefer them, like, in either a waffle or, you know, like on a tiny stick or something, like a popsicle. I'm not the one to spoon out ice cream. Just not me. There it comes. This video really so long. I thought this was shorter. $3.90 for an ice cream, goddamn. 80 Black Setsu. I'm not sure. I did not pay attention. What currency was that in, by the way? And yeah, it's like really expensive. He said so before. That would be like 2 ice creams for $17.63 US. Holy. That's... I'm not sure about US prices. I only know like Euro prices, but that seems way too high. But somehow, that's what I said before. Somehow you have to kind of hold up this high-tech order-yourself restaurant, right? They have to make like the expensive monitors in somewhere. Who does it like that? Have you seen anybody that does this? The only people that eat this ice cream that I know just eat it with a spoon out of the cup and they eat the whole cup. As I said, I'm not liking these, so it's not me. But the people I know that like them. What kind of ad are we getting? Okay, I mean, I am disturbed by YouTube. Thank you. What the heck is that? Tell me, don't tell me that it was that. Convenience store vending machine. Sounds like something. 1634. That is way too much. That is way too much. Way too much for ice. Even if it is like the best ice there is, which I doubt it is, because it's just ice. Pre-frozen. There is not fresh Italian ice cream or anything. Just tastes like every other ice. Why are they having so many robot arms in this? I'm not seeing stuff like that anywhere where I live. I think I never seen like one of these like robotic arms in person ever. You just soft frozen water. Yeah, or frozen milk. I mean, even for like a fresh Italian self-made super duper nice extra flavor ice cream in a waffle with like, I don't know, a sauce on top and everything, I would not pay more than maybe €3 maximum, even for the most best and exquisite. I mean, why so expensive? So for 2, that would then be maximum of 6. They were paying 10 more. All these ads are driving me crazy. I mean, the way I know these vending machines, they're just pushing it out and it gets stuck halfway, like in the serving bin. I don't know those with the robotic arms. That's interesting. Robot arm is retrieving the item. Oh. The boy is going. Doesn't this cost like way too much like electricity to actually run? I mean, I'm guessing the robot arm is taking quite some power. Oh god, that is a big one. Where's candy bars that big? Or does the person simply have baby hands? Door closes every stipulated time. Are you telling me that if I'm too slow to get my item, my arm is gonna be cut off by the window? Murder machines. Wait, what the heck is that? Sweet corn ice cream that is formed like a corn? Why do other countries always have such interesting things that I've never seen before in my life? Waffle shell with corn ice cream in the middle. I would buy that. I didn't see the price though. Maybe it's like super expensive. Electricity is cheaper than human wage. Yeah, but those like the cheap normal like serving machines that like push it forward with a spring are way cheaper than that even, right? But maybe that's not possible on like every item, and that's why they have it in here. But most items I see here I have seen in like normal ordinary push forward spring machines as well. As a robot work for 24 hours. And they never complain. They never get sick. Maybe I should turn myself into a robot then. I see only pluses. Don't have to sleep. Don't get sick. But I'm probably gonna be treated like a thing. Not a person anymore. I think I'm gonna wait a little bit with the robot transformation. I think it's not a good idea. We stay with being elf. I think it's better. I really still wonder what happens if you're not getting your stuff out on time. Will the door cut your arm off? I'm just asking because that would be a serious security problem and is one of the reasons why this would not be installed in like my country. Because they would be like, what happens if somebody leaves their hand in there? We're not installing this. There must be a security precaution, like a sensor that sees if there's a hand in there. Are they getting every item singularly? Oh no. I thought they just gonna pump everything in and then open the door and they can take all their items out. But apparently not. Disappointed. You missed your chance. Your drink is gone. We're too distracted by the robo arm. No, nothing. No milky for you. Screw the milk. But what is that? Is that chips? Then I'm interested. I really like how the robo arm is searching like a good boy. Ah, there it is. Should I take it? Nom. I want to have a robo pet, and I want to treat him well. But I guess most robo pets are probably too expensive. That would be an expensive hobby to have. One more item to go. You can do it, Robo. Do they even have a monitor where they show you the Robo arm working? Yeah, from Germany. That's correct. Now get your items fast, cause it's closing up. Be fast, cause technically you only have time for the one, cause you missed your chances before. Just in time before the door closes. Yeah, that's kind of like a security problem. Show us some German food. I would. I saw like German street food video before it, but the audio quality was bad. It was not the best. I can try to search for something though. We can watch one more video, no problemo. I will try to find something. Problem is, German food is probably gonna heavily depend on the region in Germany that you're in. White soda. Thank you very much for the hydrate. I'm gonna drink something. But definitely not peach juice soda. I just have orange soda. Zero, so it's not so sweet. What's that? Milk bomb. Waffle sticks. Just waffle sticks, or are they at least filled with something? Like chocolate? Ah, sticky condensed milk. I see. Just in case you cut off your arm with the window, you can order this to put it back together. Put it on the wound, maybe it will hold. Is this the microwave? Usually cups like this that we are having are all not for microwaving, and they literally say so on the package. Do never microwave. Just put hot water in here. Otherwise, probably the cup will explode. Is Singapore stuff right? I don't know. Yeah, I think it is. It never said where it's from up here. But maybe it's also, like, in here? I guess it's from Singapore. Did you notice some of the stuff? If you want, I'm gonna search for German foods. Maybe I'm gonna find something, but I can't tell you. German food. Must eat. Oh, you're noticing the currency. I'm not good with currencies. What do you want to see? More like must-eat German foods? Or do you want to see, like, snacks? Or more snacks? There seems to be a lot of videos about snacks somehow. What would you be more interested in? Breakfast food. Breakfast food, maybe? Anything of that tickle your fancy? I have time for one more video at least. Maybe two. Show me the food you enjoy. But then we're watching mostly Italian food. We're watching pizza and noodles. I thought you wanted to see German food. Probably not a good compilation. Not a good example of like German food. Wait, I could try and look up recipes of foods that I sometimes eat that are, I think, done or eaten in Germany. Can we do that? But I don't think I'm gonna find like a video with all the stuff. I'm gonna have to explicitly search for stuff, for recipes. Should I do that? Or maybe even go on Google and look for images. Something the likes of this. Would you be interested in that? Because I certainly can. I just don't know how many I'm gonna find. And I don't know how many of these are just typically German. Images are okay. Okay, then let me... How the heck do I change the browser source? OBS is a mystery. Like this? Wait. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it's transparent. I'm a little confused too. But it should work. You know, that's an interesting fact, actually. Not the fact that I wanted. But it's there, I'm guessing. Don't trust me with food stuff. I like to watch weird food. Let me also just put some music on because it's so quiet. Okay, I'm gonna search for some, and we'll see how that one goes. Can I just click in here and just put some in? What I'm gonna start with? It's really hard to pick one, because as I said, all my favorite food are not typically German foods. There's some that I like, but I kind of tend to favor Italian food, which is weird. What we gotta put in? Let me see. I'm gonna start with this. I'm not sure if it's just eaten in Germany, but I'm starting with it. How you liking that one? I'm not sure which one to pick. I think this one is nice. How you liking that one? Does that tickle your fancy? It's a very sour meat. Yeah, it's not like a steak. It's a slow-cooked dish. Wait, actually... Is there something like a Wikipedia page that explains this better? Because I am, like, totally stinky at I am not finding that anywhere. Okay. It is kind of like a very slow-cooked meat. Got it. It is slow-cooked meat, that's, like, cooked in the sauce. That is very sour. And before that, it's kind of, like, put into a sour, oh god, what's that called in English? It's beef. Marinade? I think that would be the right thing. And it's very tender, not fatty. Quite the opposite of fatty. And, yeah, pretty sour. From the marinade and also, like, the sausage is, like, put in them. Hence the sour in the name. I like it, though. Not everybody's taste, because some people just find it too sour. But I like it. Usually served with some sort of dumplings. So yeah. I don't know if that's like only eaten in Germany. I think most southern German foods are also eaten in Austria, so I think we kind of have an overlaps there. Would that make sense to you? So I'm guessing I'm a little influenced on where in Germany actually I am. I'm betting if I'm asking somebody from the north about that, they're probably not knowing what that is, really. What else are we having? You liking sour meat? Me too. I can tell you something else. Wait, what are we having here? Something that is I had a discussion with lately. Was it last? Were you there last time too? I don't know. Is that sometimes in our local market we're eating horse meat sausage, and some people are really weirded out by that. But it's actually tasty. You really would have to try it. You eat rice. I eat rice. Not my most favorite, because actually I prefer noodles most of the time, but I eat rice, yes. But I don't think any of the very typical German foods are like typically done with rice. Let me think if I can think of one. Something that would go like as a typical food. I don't think so. I mean, I eat rice, but that is not typical. That is something that everybody else eats too. Why am I having so many like cookies and everything descriptions? Something I like, but I think a lot of other countries are also eating. Why can I not click in here anymore? What the heck happened? Oh, I am already in-clicked, so that's the reason. It's actually asparagus. Asparagus, but the white one. I don't know if you're liking that one. I live in somewhere near where they are getting the asparagus from. Let's just say it like that. So when it's in season, I do get a lot of asparagus. It tends to happen. I think most people tend to know more of the green kind, but I'm actually talking about the white kind, which is highly superior over the green ones. Just tastes better. You know what I mean? But if you're talking about like what typical German street food would be, I mean, most people are probably gonna tell you some of these. I cannot write today. I think this one would be the most common that everybody's telling you about. Like this curry sausage, usually served with fries. And actually, you're gonna get a whole debate on what kind of sausage it is, and I'm not gonna open that can of worms. Let's just say there's a difference on what kind of sausage it is depending on where you go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like say that's curry powder, and it's more like cucumber powder, but it's called curry powder in German, so that's a little confusing. Not to be confused with like the curry dishes, even though a lot of curry dishes also have like these spices in, but and you actually put it on top and into the sauce. So it's a spice, and it's a spicy little ketchup sauce, actually. Yeah, it's confusing because sometimes in curry they kind of mix in a lot of stuff. It's a spice mixture. Most of the time, the main ingredient I think is curcuma, right? But sometimes they're putting in like a little bit of everything so it tastes a little better. Or they can actually say like, hey, we did something. This is not actually just... It is not just entirely in... Yeah. It's just spicy, okay? It's hard to explain. I'm bad at explaining, okay? Please don't grade me on my explanation skills, because I know I fail. Also, I think taste is hard to describe. I would say, imagine a sausage of your liking, a little harder grilled. And then imagine a very spicy ketchup and then some fries with it. You are spicy. No, you are spicy, careful. I'm mild. I'm not spicy. I'm okay. I'm not causing burnage, I think. Am I causing burnage? Are you feeling hot and unwell? I'm not spicy, I swear. So yeah, that you're most commonly seen. I can't say that I like the dish too much. I eat it. But most of the time, I think like the combination of like the sausage, the sauce, and the fries is yummy, but it's missing a whole lot of healthy vegetable on the side. Like if you're giving me like this, and a few fries, and then a big old salad on top. That could be something, but most of the time you're just getting this. And that's it. That's a little bit unhealthy. I know street food shouldn't be too healthy and everything, but if I try to eat, I try to not just eat that. That is killing me. Try googling char kway teow. What that's supposed to be. I can't Google it. If it will let me copy that. Did it copy? I will have to try it out. I think it copied. And I copy it in here though. That's the price for it. This one. Wait, let me see. I see a lot of seafood in it. The pending is... you mean for like one plate? Like one plate like this? Or for how much? Should I guess in like euro? Well, I'm very bad at guessing. Let's go with... It has a lot of seafood stuff in it. I'm not sure. Depending on how big the plate is. I mean, this one is like a little bit full. Like, if you go with a smaller one... maybe 15? Or is there something in there that I'm not noticing? I mean, I see shrimps, but... is there anything else in there that is like super duper expensive? 131! Really? So cheap? I mean, it has seafood. Shouldn't that alone make it cost a little more? At least where I live, when you're like ordering stuff with seafood, even if it's just a pizza, they're gonna charge more just because it's seafood on top. They're like, oh, pizza, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Give me €7. And then I'm like, oh. The one with the seafood. Ah, 50. Maybe that's just where I live. They go crazy when there's seafood on top. Everybody like, oh no, that's gonna be extra expensive. Usually most expensive on the plate if you're ordering fish. Well, it probably production costs are cheaper on... But how can all the ingredients be so cheap? Fascinating. Or is it just because the currencies are, of course, worth different? That is fascinating. Interesting. I want to eat that cheap. It looks yummy. I would eat that if it's not too spicy. Is that spicy? It's probably spicy, right? Why does everything have to be spicy? Red chilies. Soak in water. Okay, this is spicy. Yeah, because of currency different. Yeah, I thought so. Dang it, it's spicy. I can't eat it. It's basically me when I'm looking through like the menu of every restaurant. I'm going through the list like, oh, that is interesting. Oh, it's spicy. No, uninteresting. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it's spicy. That's basically me, my restaurant experience with everything. Everything that looks interesting is too spicy. Because everybody like, oh, if it's cool, we need to make it spicy. Not spicy, but rather sweet. But the recipe here says that you need red chilies. Wouldn't those be pretty hot? Or maybe my definition of spicy is like very aggressively spicy. You know what I mean? I find things very spicy that are maybe not spicy at all to others. Like very peppery things. A little bit of pepper too much and it's already spicy for me. I seen that a lot when I'm like ordering from the Indian restaurant that we're having, and everything's already spicy, you know. Even if it's not saying it's spicy, it's already spicy. Okay, what else? The other thing you might get if you're in for German street food is that one. That one I like a little bit more. But to be honest, most of the time it's just too full. It's too high. It having the burger problem for me. So high, my mouth so tiny, it not going into my mouth. Food too big. But I like that you kind of have a lot of vegetables on top and not just meats. I don't know, with everything I need tomatoes. It's just a common thing for me. Tomato into everything. And onions if possible, but not raw onions, but please. You kind of glaze them up. Something like that. And salad. Yeah, that one you can kind of vary what you want in it. So you can't kind of like say, yeah, leave the tomatoes out. But for me, it's like put double the tomatoes and leave a little bit of meat out. Huh? Raw onions all the way for you. You liking your raw onions? Most of the time, they're too intense for me. There have been some raw onions that are okay, but most of the time, for most places I get them, they're like so spicy. I can't stomach them. Yeah, tomatoes, all the tomatoes. Put double the tomatoes in, and even more, and good sauce. Cause the good thing about that is like the garlic sauce that are in that, and that's important. It's really important that it's a good amount of sauce and that it's tasting good. And what is in there can vary from like place to place. It's good though, I swear. You just have to order it right. I think those are the two most sold German street foods that I know of, at least in my teeny tiny like Subway. Not as much variation to pick from. You can like he's gonna tell you he's gonna have like, so let's say He has tomato slices, he has onion, he has a more hot sauce or not so hot sauce. Maybe some pickles, and you can say like, yeah, I want that. Or I don't want that. But for what the main thing is, like the bread, and for the meat, you're kind of like most of the time sticking to the one thing. Or if they are a bigger restaurant, maybe they're having like one alternative and that's it. It kind of depends on the place. I know places where you have like very little variety. The most thing they're gonna ask you if you wanted tomatoes or not. Others, on the other hand, are very much like letting you pick what you want. Depends. Probably as big of a restaurant-specific thing as pizza. But the most interesting thing about the whole thing is, like, the meat is very thinly sliced. And that's making it really good and different. From the other meats, like, because most of the time I ain't having a problem with meat. I think it is too chewy. Because it's like a big chunk. I don't have problems like that. So I like my meats rather very slim. Or maybe even just minced meat or something. So that is still okay, but I can't fill it too much with meat. I'm just like keeping it low on the meat. Just put a tiny bit in there. Any street food burgers. You're probably gonna find places that are gonna sell you burgers, but problem is that typically German done still? Cause don't you get like burgers everywhere? For me that is kind of like not a German thing per se. Or also a place that's selling like slices of pizzas that you can take with you. That would also not be typically German alone, right? Those two I know that are not served anywhere else. That's why I thought they would be typical. I mean, like ice cream and stuff, that is sold everywhere. That's kind of international food. Or can anybody else? Can you think of something else? I don't think so. I think those are the only two that are really only available here. I mean, of course you have like rolls or something that you have like some sort of meats on, or like sausages or everything. But they're sold like this in a lot of places, right? Even if you're like having the more exotic stuff. Wait, I think of something maybe. I'm not sure if that is sold everywhere. Is that sold everywhere? You know what I mean? No? Is that sold everywhere? See, I know so little about things. Can I just go onto that side? I want to go to Wikipedia. Where is Wikipedia when you need it? Because I don't know what the English word for that would even be. What is that? I don't know what it is in English. There must be an English word for this, right? Or isn't there? Wait, can I go back? Well, now I'm stuck on Wikipedia. And I'm the German one, no less. That's not helping me. Wait. I can do this. Give me a sec. I just have to do it on slide. There is no English word. Well, great. What have I been looking for then? I should have known that there is no English word. Wait, but I can show you the English side. If you give me a sec. There we go. There we go. There we have it. Literally translated to liver cheese. If you're wondering what the name translated means, well, it actually is some sort of meat. Do not worry. Yeah, it's some grinded meat that is like put into a baking loaf. And that one, warm. Sliced and put on a roll. That's what they sell where I live. I'm not sure if that is sold anywhere else. It is also sold in Netherlands. Switzerland. Okay, there is some other places. But you know, it's not that common, so I think it would be interesting to share. That is also pretty tasty. And unlike like spam, so it's not really spam in the consistency, it tastes more sausagey. If you understand, taste is really hard to describe. We have been at this point before. It is really hard to describe. It is very, very soft. Very, very, very sausage-like. It is hard. Hard to describe. I could go on about Bavarian dishes like for a whole time, but that would be a totally other topic, I'm guessing. And then Kaffa will be wondering about what I'm eating over here. Like, what the heck? What are you eating there in the south? What barbaric stuff you're eating? Wait, can I get back to Google somehow, please? God, these browser sources are really hard to interact with. Can we go back? There we go. Even though I'm really out of ideas on what to show you. As I said, there's a lot of stuff that would be kind of like Bavarian, not German in general, but more Bavarian. Also, why is so many stuff that I've shown you today be sausages and meat? I don't know why. Because I think that most side dishes, everybody kind of like eats. Right? Wait. I was showing asparagus. That was not meat. But most other things I think everybody has, so it's kind of hard to pick something. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe most of the stuff that I consider normal, nobody has ever heard of. What do I know? I mean, what about this? Do you eat that? Does anybody eat that? Hey there, bot. You're coming just in time for weird discussion of German foods. As weird as it sounds. We're at the sauerkraut. Why am I showing so much sour food today? I swear, I'm not only eating sour foods, that's just what I'm thinking of, that I don't know if everybody else has it. Because I'm not thinking of an English name for this, so I'm guessing it must be typically German, right? Or is that me? Is it good? You mean like the discussion about food? Or sauerkraut? Oh my god, now the experts are coming in on the foods. Should we have a whole, like, dish? Both. Both is good. Okay, wait. Everybody knows schnitzel. And then you put it on a roll. And then you have... perfection created. I don't know, wouldn't that be more Austrian than German? Cause schnitzel is... even though it's often considered more German-like, it's more of an Austrian thing. Even though we eat it a lot, but it originally comes from down there, so what do I know? Please don't tell me, I have no idea. Why did this discussion about food start? Why am I getting hungry? I don't know. And how do I end this? I don't know how to actually end this. Can anybody help? I'm weirded out. Where are we even coming from? You know the topic? Well, we've been watching food videos like the whole day. Common in both countries. Nice. This has been too much food. God help, I'm getting hungry. And now we're slipping into a just discussion about food, aren't we? I think I need to find an ending, so I'm shocking you with something that... well, again, we're talking about the meats. There, you for the last thing, you're getting this. This. And whoever wants some bit of fun can look up how to traditionally eat that. And if you found out how, and you're still hungry, then nobody can ever help you again. I'll leave that to a mystery for you all. Homework, look up how to eat that traditionally, and be weirded out. Okay. And that's where we end this little food session. Because I need to go. And when I think about that, I am not hungry anymore. I think... oh, maybe I'm hungry. Because actually I like to eat that. Especially with pretzel. But I'm not eating it traditionally. I just get it out of there with a fork. And then I cut it. And then I eat it. With sweet mustard. Okay. Enough. Too much. No, we're not doing this. No, I'm closing this. Close this. Go back over here. We're ending this food session. It has been too much foods already. And I'm still hungry, even though I tried to make myself not hungry by thinking of that, but it didn't help. Okay. I know this was spontaneous, but it still worked out. We did a whole lot of nothing. Thank you very much for the hydrate. I will drink something. After all that talking. We did a whole lot of nothing. And just watched food for the whole day, getting hungry together. Or we discussed it together in some cases. And after having watched all this, I think I already have enough calories for the day without having to eat anything. Especially all that cream stuff. I'd rather not think about that. Next stream we're gonna have on Thursday, and I think I'm in the mood for more Red Dead Redemption 2, but we'll have to see. Depending on on how well I feel now that my antibiotics are out, and well, how the illness is gonna progress after this. Visual calories, very smart. No, very unsmart, because in the end, you didn't taste anything. You're just, like, sitting over there, wanting. And you got nothing to show for. No taste, no nothing. Just a big want. And somehow you feel bad even though you just watched. I'm not sure. Okay. But with that, I thank you all for being here today. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you all again next time. Bye-bye!